Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Stephen Sherba with Emotional Soul Healing, and welcome you here to another guided healing meditation. For today, I'm going to be assisting with releasing the feeling of stuckness. So if this interests you, if you feel called to this meditation, I welcome you to join along here. If you're driving, or if you're under the influence, or operating heavy machinery, either if you're driving, pull over, or otherwise do not listen to this meditation. I will advise as a cautionary with this meditation goes fairly deep, and it's designed to assist others from the deeper level with clearing out whatever's stuck on the inside. So embrace yourself. This is not a light meditation, so just as a polite caution in advance. I'd like you to find yourself here into a comfortable position, and uncrossing your hands, uncrossing your feet, closing your eyes, and taking in 3 deep breaths. In your mind's eye, I'd like you to visualize having a large silver plate. And on this silver plate, I'd like you to empty out whatever's occupying your mind, whatever's been going on for the past day, or the past week, or the past month. If it's dealing with anything, any form of stress, anxiety, or worry, or whatever it is that's occupying one's mind, give yourself the permission. Give yourself the permission with letting it go and placing it into the field. You're welcome to bring out as many plates as required with this. And when you're ready, watching these silver plates rising higher and higher into the vastness of the universe until you no longer see them. Imagine yourself here, walking through your garden, sensing and feeling the sun's warmth in your skin, and the fragrance, the flowers, the trees, if it's the ocean breeze, or wherever you may be. And as you continue walking through your garden, at the edge of your garden, walking up the set of stairs, up to the door, guarding your own private island. In the doorway, there's a key. Taking this key and unlocking this door, stepping into your island, closing the door behind you, locking it, and keeping the key with you. This is your home away from home. This is your private sanctuary, and no one else is allowed here without your expressed consent or permission. I'd like you to invoke and invite here onto your island your younger inner child, your younger version self, and simply giving this inner child here both a hug and a kiss. And as you gaze deep into the eyes of your inner child, what do you see behind those eyes? How content or how joyful or how bright is this inner child's eyes? Is there an element of surprise or brightness? Or if you gaze deep enough into those eyes, is that inner child hiding or feeling stuck? Like feeling really stuck? Or if that inner child is very angry or they're ready to explode? Or if there's a deep sadness there for whatever it is. I'd like for you to give your inner child here both a hug and a kiss, and thanking your inner child for being here. I'd like you to invoke and invite here onto your island your master guide and guides from the light, and simply acknowledging and thanking your guides for being here. If you see your guides, which is great, and equally, if you do not see your guides here, simply acknowledging them and just continuing here throughout the meditation. Your guides are going to be flashing in your mind's eye some of the older experiences, some of the older movies that are still running within the subconscious. These are going to be the earlier movies, the earlier experiences coming back from childhood. So whatever's going to be reflecting this meditation here, your guides will be showing you whatever it is from a younger age when you felt stuck, or if it was experienced or perceived. And find yourself here into a comfortable position with you and your inner child. What you may feel, what you may experience, may come up in the meditation either as a feeling, as a flash of insight, or being shown multiple images here. And equally it can be as a feeling, either as warmth or a coldness. And if nothing shows up there, just remain in your silence here. And like for you and your inner child, make yourself comfortable here. Enjoy your movie, and I'll be back with you here in just a few moments. I'd like you to ask your guides here from the light, your healer guides. You're going to be asking your guides here from the light to assist you with cutting all the cords, all the feelings, any of the emotions here, anything that's coming back in from the family, the culture, and the religion, stemming back from the youngest version of yourself, the youngest inner child, for all the files and for all the feelings associated with either feeling stuck, stuckness, if it's the deeper feelings of resentment, if it's feeling of betrayal, if it's the feelings of explosive or rage or despising. For the feelings of stuckness, you can include with that the feelings of hate, racial tension, bigotry, certain forms of ideology that deep down in the inside having the awareness that something isn't right, or it conforms to something that deep down in the inside it goes against one's core belief system. From the feelings of stuckness, if the energy of it was so intense that, depending on the severity of it, is either having a tough time talking about it, not saying anything about it, or say for many years later, from the experience, sweeping all the experiences, whether they're coming from the family, the culture, the religion, or from society, or whatever happened from a younger age, whatever was swept underneath the floor, let's say from many years prior, and it was something within the family, and no one's talking about it, the elephant's in the room, and it affects one, either mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually. And I'm referring to for those that are coming here as an old soul, or for those that are coming here with the heavier vibrations with the master numbers. And these type of vibrations can either be in the form of an 11-2, the 22-4, or the 33-6, equally the 44-8 type destiny. And in the new consciousness, the 10-1, the 22, the 30/3, and the 40/4 type vibrations. So these are not light vibrations with this. So if this resonates here for you, that deep on the inside you have the awareness that you're coming here for something massive, and you feel it in your core being, and despite whatever you're doing, whatever you're accomplishing, whatever you're attaining, and I'm saying this from my own experience, that there's a massive hunger on the inside. And for despite the setbacks, or despite with whatever happened in life, that the universe gives each and every one of us a secondary chance with cleaning out, or at least the ability in the 5D here, with clearing out the lower frictional energy through a guided meditation like this. So if there was an experience back from your younger self, or from childhood, whatever it may be, where it was a tougher experience, if it was an experience where one wound up feeling like they were pinned up against the wall, or questioning themselves with, why was a person born in this family, maybe not the nicer family down the street? Or asking themselves that deep down inside, why is this life so tough? Or why were all these obstacles seemingly placed in one's way? What type of experiences did you go through that felt so heavy, so burdened, and deep on the inside, either having a tough time talking about it, not saying anything, either silently resenting it, or whatever it is on the inside, that deep down inside, either boiling over it, bottled it up? If there was an experience there back from a younger age, if it affected one either mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually, if it was dealing with domestic abuse, violence, if the family members, and there's no judgment here, there's no blame, if there was any experiences where they were coming, say, from a war-torn country, perhaps English was not their first language. Perhaps out of their stuckness, for whatever it is, or whatever one feels on the inside, that when they left home and they immigrated to a new place, they still felt that they were back in the old place instead of the new place. And from that stuckness, that can affect a lot of other people. So we're going to ask you guides here from the light to assist you with any of these files, any of these feelings, known or unknown to you, coming back from the inner child, and from the inner child here, back from the initial trigger, the initial boiler point, whether it was perceived or experienced, known or unknown to you, and all the associated in the collective masks worn throughout all the years with this. Everything coming in from the family, the culture, and the religion, and the collective environment of it. I'm going to ask you guys to assist you with having all these cords, all these files, and all these feelings energetically cut and released from one's past, present, and future self, and placing all these files and all these feelings and emotions into the field with peace, compassion, universal love, and grace. Taking in a deep breath, please. Holding it. And with a purifying exhale, breathing it all out. For any of the files and for any of the feelings, stemming back with the feeling of stuckness, if it's coming in from the feelings, again, back with the older soul type vibrations, whether it's a destiny 8, 7, 8, 9, and for the younger souls, for the vibrations from 1 to 9, and for the master numbers, the 11-2, the 22-4, the 33-6, and or the 44-8. The universe is asking that right now, as we're in this 5D embodiment, this universe is asking that for those that are of assistance, especially for those with the older souls, if the stuckness is not resolved, it has to be dealt with at some point with this. And there's an urgency with this because these type of older souls, unfortunately, they're not coming here on a picnic. And if these old souls, if they're stuck, and unfortunately the last generation, maybe 99, close to 100%, most of them did not make it. So they want to believe in here, and then they want to be reincarnating here for another lifetime. The souls like this that are for someone that has a soul type contract with this, the soul will spend a lot of time prior to one's coming here to this physical experience. The soul may spend 100, 150, maybe 200 years prior to having an ambassador coming here. And the soul is very adamant now that we're no longer in the 3D, we're now in this 5D consciousness. This meditation is designed for those that are in the 3D, for whatever stuck a person, or whatever got a person stuck from a younger age. There's no judgment, there's no blame. It's just now presenting the information and having the understanding that there's a soul calling and there's a higher calling in life, that for the soul agreements that are out there, it's time to, if you're open to it, to start awakening with one's own abilities. The stuckness here, unfortunately, for most of the souls, there's a stuckness that comes in usually from a younger age, from between the ages of 5 to 9. And the moment when there's an interference coming from the family, the culture, or the religion, and it could be something as simple as one word that wasn't expressed properly, and the moment that person thought about it for 21 days or longer, that became the bottom program. And from that stuckness, from that incident, this is where the initial trigger is, where the initial boiler point is. So you can ask your guides here from the light to assist you. That part of the soul calling here is initially for the soul to have some form of a closure for what's been going on here. And it's this lifetime that's the most important here. This is the lifetime that when we're physically here, this is the one where everything can be done. It's not when we leave here. It's not when we go back to the other side. This is the lifetime here right now where we have the opportunity, with emptying out physically, well in physical form, to release these lower feelings, these lower vibrations. So you're going to ask your guides here from the light to assist you with having all these lower files and lower feelings, these lower energies. Ask your guides here whatever the initial stuckness was, known or unknown to you, perceived or experienced back from the initial trigger, the initial boiler point, any of the collective files and feelings, and as many of the masks worn throughout all the years. You're going to ask your guides here from the light to assist with having all these files, all these feelings, known or unknown to you, back from the initial trigger, the initial boiler point, everything coming back in from the family, the culture, and the religion, from the collective environment of it. And you're going to ask you guys to assist with having all these collective files and feelings energetically from one's past, present, and future self. You can place all of this into the field with peace, compassion, universal love, and grace. Taking in a deep breath, please. Holding it. And with the purifying exhale, breathing it all out. For any of the files or for any of the feelings that are coming in, back with the feeling of stuckness. And there's no judgment, there's no blame. Because every lifetime, unfortunately, most of the good information's all been, it was tough to find the relevant information with this, or the technology now is coming out there. So in the form of this meditation, that for whatever the stuckness was, if it's coming from abuse, if it's coming from societal norms or societal pressures, ideologies, where it's the form of conforming, whether it's for those that are coming back, if it's a repeat lifetime, coming back either as a soldier or in the military, if it's being in a family-run business, if it's being in a larger size corporation, if it's coming in as a white-collar or blue-collar type work experience, if it's coming from a culture or a background where there's a high pressure and a high demand for excellence, high expectations, and unfortunately sometimes even with a suicide with it. And even for those, if they are successful committing suicide, there is a soul agreement that if they leave here, unfortunately they're coming back here again to repeat the same lifetime. So for any of the files and for any of the feelings with this, any of the lower feelings that are coming in either from the feelings of shame, guilt, if it's a feeling of apathy, if it's the feeling of desire, and the feeling of desire can be in the form of there's a yearning for it, yet deep down inside there's an understanding that it's simply not going to manifest, due to however deep they are stuck on the inside for whatever the incident was. If there's any feelings of grief or sadness, if there's any forms of anger on the inside, and deep down inside doing whatever they can just to numb it or suppress that feeling. And there's no judgment, there's no blame here. Metaphysically speaking, sometimes shit happens in life, and it can be really quick, really fast, and it can leave a really nasty imprint. If deep on the inside, if there's a feeling that if there's one thing that deep down inside you wish you had the guts to either tell someone, express to someone with how you really felt about it, or how you felt about that one thing in your life. It can also be as an experience that you can ask your guides here, that deep down inside, for whatever it is, whatever that secret is, or whatever it is that was swept underneath the rug from many years ago, you can state it in your mind's eye. You can ask your guides here from the light to assist you for whatever happened, and there's no judgment and there's no blame here. With having all these files, all these feelings, any of the associated triggers, the initial trigger, the initial boiler point, known or unknown to you, perceived or experienced, and all the collective masks worn throughout all the years. Giving yourself the permission with letting it go. This is important here. letting it go with peace, compassion, universal love and grace. Taking in a deep breath, please. And all the files and all the feelings collectively and energetically from one's past, present, and future self, with a purifying exhale, breathing it all out. Your guides are going to be presenting here with you an opportunity with you and your inner child to find here on your island a larger sized tree. And as you walk to this tree, acknowledging this tree, and whatever this tree symbolizes to you, whether it's the size of it, the strength of it, if it's a very old tree or a very young tree, thanking this tree and simply placing your back up against the tree and allowing your feet and your legs to merge in with the roots and grounding in with Mother Earth. You're going to be joined beside you there with your inner child. And around the base of the tree, your master guide and guides will be joining you throughout this last part of the meditation. Allow yourself here with feeling grounded and allowing your feet and your legs being completely merged in with the roots. On the top of your crown, on the top of your head, it's going to be a small lotus bud. For you, for your inner child, and for all of your guides here. You're going to be filled in with a pillar of this white light as it touches the top of your crown, and allowing this lotus blossom to open up. Allowing this lotus flood as it opens up there, embodying this pillar of white light down through your spine to the tips of your fingers, down to the bottom of your feet. You're going to be filled in with the light here, being completely showered here with the white light. You're going to keep filling yourself in with the white light here. And then sending this white light outside of your etherical being and radiating this white light either several kilometers or several miles away from your home, wherever home is for you. You're going to keep filling yourself in here with the white light. With you and with your inner child here, and all of your guides are going to be assisting you with merging all of your energies together from the light, nothing but the light. It's going to be there to strengthen your energy, cleanse your energy. And you're going to be sending a pillar of this white light back up to your soul. You're sending a signal back to your soul saying, if you're ready, I'm willing to do here whatever I need to do here to get out of this. The souls spend many years and many lifetimes coming here, and there is a form of urgency while you're still physically here. keep filling yourself in with the white light, being completely showered in with this white light. Thanking the universe here for the pillar of white light. And just taking a few moments there, just basking and glowing in the energy. Just feeling grounded. Allowing yourself resting up against the tree. And feeling charged up with the energies coming here from your guides and from the light. And whenever you're ready here, just on your own time, gently pulling your feet and pulling your legs out from the ground, from the roots of the tree. And whenever you're ready, turning around and giving this tree a hug for supporting you here throughout the end of this meditation. I'd like you to give your inner child here both a hug and a kiss. And as you gaze deep into the eyes of your inner child, asking your inner child, I have another go at this. What actions, what word, what promise can you give to yourself and to your inner child with moving forward with your life, and the same thing with your inner child? And what can your inner child do to assist you moving forward with your own life? Giving this inner child here both a hug and a kiss, and thanking this inner child for being here. Thanking your guides here from the light. Saying goodbye to everyone here. And whenever you're ready, walking back to the door, guarding your island, taking out your key and unlocking this door, stepping out from your island, closing the door behind you, locking it, and keeping the key with you. Walking back down the set of stairs, back out into your garden, and throughout your garden, picking up a flower or two. And whenever you're ready, gently moving your hands and feet, opening your eyes, taking in 1 or 2 deep breaths, and welcome back. So for me, it is quite a privilege, and with immense amount of gratitude with doing this meditation. Please be kind with yourself, treat each other well, drink lots of water. If you're feeling tired after this, have a nap. These type of meditations, space them out, listen to this type of meditation like once a week. These are heavy, this one is a heavy duty type meditation, so be kind, look after yourself, again, treat each other well. Have an awesome day. Thank you for joining in here, and thank you. Take care. Till next time.